everyone. Today I'd like to introduce the concept of International Human Resources Management or IHRM and highlight its significance in today's globalized business landscape. But before I begin, I want to introduce our team member. First, we have Phan Kim Chi. Secondly, we have Ngô Vũ Ngọc Linh. Next, we have Trần, Thanh, Thuỷ, and finally it's me, Thái Thục Anh. So, this is my outline content of my group. To go deeper, international human resources management is a critical field within the human resources management that focus on HR strategy, on organization with international operation, and that include important functions such as recruitment, training, and develop employee by having a different culture, legal, and business environment to achieve organization. So let's talk about why IHRM matters. The first, the importance of international human resources cannot be overstated. It helps multinational companies manage their employees from a different country effectively by building on their cultural diversity and unique skill set to rise success. So, and what does that lead to? Greater creativity, enhanced competitiveness, and stronger position on the global marketplace. So now you might be wondering how IHRM different between what we already know about domestic HRM. Well, about domestic HRM, which only manage human one country, IHRM face much more complex challenges such as culture different, labor law, and employee expectation that vary across multiple countries. So to make it clearly, we have a quick table for example to highlight the key difference between of us. So next, about multinational corporations. According to investor barriers, multinational corporation at the company that that do business in more one countries and receive at least 25% of their revenue from international market. For example, we have Apple, Microsoft, and Toyota, which apply international strategy and fit local demand. So about multinational corporations emphasize the importance of international human resources by making it necessary to manage culture diversity, legal different, and international employee flow to connect a local HR practice with a global company land. So Chi will present a next slide for you guys.
Yes. My name is Kim Chi. Now the next part I will present for you about the key practice of international HRM. We have six main axes over here. The first one we will focus on the recruitment and the selection. For me, in the international company, recruitment and selection is not just about the finding the people for fill the job. It is the process to the company to identify, attracting, and choosing the best talents for meet the global staffing needs. And if you finding and pick up the right people, they can get the best global talents and build strong team and so make the lower risk. So we have some strategies based on the EFRG model in over here, like the SAPI. They use the quality strategy for this process because they refer to hiring the employer local because they understand the local needs and reduce the misunderstanding of the local. So in the contract, the goal is use the geocentric strategy. They is hearing the employer based on the talent and ability. And when they don't care about where you're from, but you have a talent, you can come to this company to become the employer. So This is not easy. They have some challenge. If we use this project, it's like a cultural problem, like the cultural bias in evaluation and the legal difference between country, and the needs to balance the standardization and the localization. So we have Best Buy is for example real life for you. Is Best Buy is a retail companies in America. When they come to the China, they forgot to follow the rule in here because China is have a high power distance and a strong collectivism. So they apply the US requirement in here. They is fail because the make the employer is uncomfortable, and we have some research is they lots of money in just 5 years here, and by 2011 the on-star of this company is slower. So how to reduce this problem? They can use to balance the standardization and localization, like the Samsung. It is compile the global framework with the local flexibilities, or you can use the AI like the Nestle to interview to avoid bias over here. The second step is, I think, is about the training and develop. The training and development in international IHRM is the process that the company to enhance the skill of the employers and cultural awareness, and they can have the employer work globally, balance the global and the local needs, and they can keep the good employer in the company. So we have some popular mentor in here. Is on the job mentoring, e-learning, and cross-cultural workshop for you. Like they also have a challenge. I can show you about the chart in here between the USA and Vietnamese. The rate EDB of the US is very high, more than the Vietnamese. That's the USA you prefer to self-learning more than the group learning like Vietnam. And when you work in the company, they have a different country. So you want to training and develop, it has for high cost and time consumer. Like the Microsoft, they spend for 200 million for 1 year for this activity. So they the eBay is also the example for they fail in the Chinese because they applies the wrong training style in over here, and the few local management, the few local managers. So we have some solution for you, like Microsoft and Amazon. They used to invite the learning management system. This is I can show you. This is a website of Amazon for the carriers, for Amazon Carrier Choice. We here are EBM. They use the keep publishing model in these companies for reaction learning behavioral research for the employees. They can increase the employer certified for and the cost community. So the next part is about the performance management metric. This will present for you.
Hi, my name is Thuỷ, and I will continue our presentation. As we know, training helps employees improve their abilities and lead to easier achieve the performance goals. That's why performance management is also important in IHRM. And let's dive into it. Performance management is the continuous process of identifying, measuring, and developing the performance of individuals and teams to align with the organizational goals to across the different countries. And when the company applies performance management, they might face some challenges. The first one is the cultural difference. With a different style of receive the feedback can lead to misunderstand and reduce the employee motivations. The second one is the performance standard. With a different expectation about what a good performance means can make the global evaluation unfair and ineffective. The last one is a cross-cultural competence. The manager with their cultural sensitivities can lead to bias and inappropriate evaluations. For example, Amazon had faced this challenge in December into 2018. That made more than 600 workers, most of them are Muslim, stand continued protest because they have to work more harder even in Ramadan. Is one of the more important, the holy month in Islam. And this is one of the first major labor action at Amazon in North America. To overcome this challenge, we have three main solutions. The first one, the company should train managers in cultural intelligence, give and receive the feedback in the way that fit the culture, and adjust the goal to balance the well-being and productivities. The second solution is develop localized performance metrics, customize evaluation criteria by country while liking to go to global goals. The last one, the company can provide a cross-cultural leadership training, equip managers with a global leadership skill can reduce the bias and understand the cultural difference. To achieve the good performance, we have to mention about the compensation and benefit for employees. Compensations refer to financial rewards like salaries or bonuses. On the other hand, benefits offered refer to non-cash offering like insurance, leave, and wellness process. The company with a strong C&B strategy can attract and retain the global talents and motivate diverse workforce. They also can ensure the global consistencies with a local relevance. Let's see how the strong C&B strategy can help the business in the real case. Netflix introduced the unlimited paid parental leave and vacations are a part of it. People over the whole process, culture trusting employee to balance work and life. With that strategy, 77% of employees feel more productive and engaged due to the flexibilities and also increase in wellness and creativity with the long-term employees. Now let's move to the next part with my teammates.
Okay, about history management and repatriation are a critical component of IHRM. History management involves the selection, training, management, and support of employees who often a parent country national, other country national, and assessment assess to work abroad. About repatriation, on the other hand, focus on helping these employees to return home smoothly and organization after their international assessment, making sure they advance in their care while keeping the value, knowledge, and experience have they can. So next. We have example between individual and collective between up to country Coca-Cola and Toyota. So through two examples here show how the important culture training is when working abroad. Yes, we have, however, as the trade management and come with significant challenges such as cultural misunderstanding, balance between global and local norms, resistance to standardized learning style different, and issue in the managed workforce diversity. So, for example, work-life value in Germany show the issue of not adapting in local culture. American manager like culture training and their casual style lasted with German professional life. So this led to international conflict, high turnover, and assessed the market in 2006. So which lost between 1.8 and 3 billion USD. So next slide we have unlike work value, University Indonesia success have value of broad culture, training localized HR study and strong repatriation program. The company provides US staff with culture training and well-planned repatriation program and include mentoring, academic coaching, ensuring smooth adjustment and effective work. Total profit from 2009 to 2024 is estimated at 3.7 billion and to 5.2 billion USD.
And to apply the IHRM in the right way, we should understand how important is culture. We have 3 points to make clear about it. The first one, culture set behavior and expectations. National and organizational and personal value affect how people work and communicate globally. The second point is cultural impact or HR practices. From recruitment training to performance evaluation and expectational management are influenced by the cultural differences. The last point is cultural understanding drive HR success. Why? Because by knowing cultural nuances help build effective and adjust to global HR changes.
The next is legal compliance, diversity, inclusions, and organization adoptions. What is legal compliance in IHRM? It is ensuring that it's our policy to suitable with every local that company comes and have to follow ILO standards like for salary and houses, visas for abroad. And diversity and inclusion is in EDI and it's have to build a fair environment work between the organization and the employee, respect diversity, respect people, and organizational adaptations is fit the policy to suitable with market context they come. A main role of the adapting is avoid the risk and protection the reputation in global operation and attract talent in local and abroad to that workplace to be a good workplace and build a positive culture to everybody come to that company. Some challenges that company have to get. That is, any country have different law, and if they don't understand the law, that is can be a violation to understood. So, and some country not accept LGBTQ. And company not respect the D&I policy. So the D&I in some countries shows the paper policy. They not important that. So that is can be sued. Example like Uber in 2017, it have a toxic work environment, and racist, gender, sin, and so many things. It's a crisis year of Uber. They lost 4.5 billion net worth and fire 20 employees senior and have a bad reputation for long. Some solutions is some solution for the company is they have to balance localizing and socializing HR policies, and they have to focus on training soft skill, improving about
technology such as SAP and improve our culture to avoid the conflict. Example like Nike, they famous with strong DNA policy, respect the employee. Like in 1996, they just paid worker 10 cents per hour, but nowadays they pay up to $1 more for part-time worker, and they respect women from 3.7% to 43% to be a senior employee for Nike. This is some key global. I want to talk about when a multinational corporation organization they have focused on to understanding about culture and labor law, not only to focus on recruitment. They have to change the policy to fit with the local law and find way to collab between the abroad and local personnel to attract talent and develop and invest to communicate leadership style, try to fit in, and especially as they turn to the new market, they have a lot workforce, but they don't have any skill, so it should be focused on the training skill model. I got some recommendation here. Is balance global and local, and enhance cultural awareness, and develop global leader adoption to a tool like SAP I talked before, and prioritize compliance and diversity for each company. Now the conclusion.
To conclusion about our presentation, we have shown you three important points over here. The first one is effective international IHRM builds competitor advantage. That means international IHRM is just not about the training and hearing. It's about building the right people strategies for the different countries. This can give the multi-companies strong competition advantage. And secondly, is the flexibility can make a difference because when you work into the company, we have a different country and they have some different culture, the law and expectation. So the top management is must adjust their approach to match the localness, and the flexible strategy can have to avoid the problem and improve the employer performance. And the last one is about the cultural intelligence. Is when people from the different cultural is work together, the misunderstanding can be happen. So both the hard team, they can support cultural learning and open the communication. It can build the trust and the teamwork for you. So in short, the international IHRM is more for the managers than people. So this is our presentation. Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you so much. Well done. Congratulations. I can see some of the improvement in your performance compared to before when you rehearsed, right? And now you are more fluent, you are more confident, you do not rely on paper so much when you deliver your presentation. So that's a very good point. And some other positive points include you also establish some eye contact with your audience, and your slide as well designed. You have used a lot of famous companies, examples, For example, your time is a little bit exceeded the allowed time. Okay, so that is something you should bear in mind. And I need you to be more confident in your voice and in the way you portray the audience while you present. I think your conclusion should be a little bit clearer and the citations need updating. For example, you use long-term references which make your presentation content less persistent. And sometimes there's some awkward positions and lack of interaction with the audience. But it's okay with your level. I have a question for you. Actually, I have three, but since we don't have much time, I will give you only one question. So can you please tell me why right recruitment can lead to less risk for organization in IHRM? Just tell me briefly. Don't need a lot of details or deep explanation.
Here's our answer for your question. In recruitment, it will be to the right people for the right position. This is the input of our company, our organization, so it's linked to the easier for the next stage for the whole entire stage for HRM.
Okay, so can everybody re-explain what your friend just said?
The main point is the recruitment to filter the talent, and if you have to choose the right persons, it's have a benefit for a company, and they will give some benefit.
Okay, thank you. Okay.